Good morning, friends. This is a summary of lesson from Flamingo, the last lesson by Alfonso Daudet. This chapter depicts, that means describes the story of a school teacher who taught French in a district of France. The district has been captured by the Prussian army. All teaching of the French language was disallowed in the schools of the district Alsace and Lorraine. French teachers were asked to leave their schools. This story describes the last lesson of such teacher. The story describes the last lesson which is narrated by a little student named Franz in the teacher's class of M. Hamel. Little Franz thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. He saw the Prussian soldiers drilling in the open field. Watching them seemed to him to be far more tempting than rules of participles. However, he hurried off to the school. On his way, little Franz passed by the town hall. He saw a crowd of people in front of the bulletin board. When little Franz passed by all and reached the school, he found all very quiet. There was none of the usual noises that always used to happen every day, like hustle and bustle of reciting of lesson in unison. It was as quiet as Sunday morning. All his classmates were already in their seats. The teacher, M. Hamel, was walking up and down. He had a terrible ruler under his arm. Little Franz opened the door and went in. He was very much frightened, but to his surprise, M. Hamel said very kindly, "Go to your place quickly, little Franz." Franz saw that the teacher was in one of his best dress, the one which he wore only on inspection and prize days, and at the back of the class, the village people were sitting quietly. Everybody looked very sad. Franz wondered what it was all about. Mr. M. Hamel began in a very grave and gentle tone. "My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you. The order had come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. The new master comes tomorrow. This, your last lesson, I want you to be very attentive." Now for the first time, little Franz began to feel sorry for not being serious in his lessons. He was also sad that he would never see Mr. M. Hamel again. He forgot all about his ruler and cranky nature. Now Franz understands why Mr. Hamel was in his best clothes. He also understood why the old men of village were sitting there. They had come to their respect and gratitude for M. Hamel's 40 years of faithful service. M. Hamel asked Franz to recite the rules of participle. Franz forgot and mixed up on the first word, but M. Hamel didn't scold him. He only said to him, "You pretend to be Frenchman and you can neither speak nor write your own language, but you are not the worst, little Franz. We all have a great deal to reproach ourselves." Reproach means blame ourselves. We are the only one who makes mistake for our problems and create our problems. Then he spoke in detail about the French language and said this is the best language in the world. M. Hamel opened a grammar and gave his last lesson to his class. Little Franz was amazed to see that he understood every word. He explained with great patience. After the grammar, he gave a practice in writing. M. Hamel gazed at everything in the little classroom. It was as if he wanted to fix everything in his mind present in that class. It must have broken his heart to think that he was to leave it all. At once, the church clock struck 12. The sounds of midday prayer were heard. At the same moment, the trumpets of the Prussian returning from drill was heard. Mr. Hamel stood up to say something, but couldn't. He was choked with emotions. He took a piece of chalk and wrote on the blackboard as large as he could, "Vive la France." That means long live France. So guys, this was the summary in English. Please comment how do you find it, whether it is understandable or not. Be frank. Good day and bye.